Well, hello everybody, I'm Wanda Thibodeau of TakingDictation.com, and I don't know about you, but it has been super cold out, but I have had such cabin fever here in Minnesota that even though it's been super cold, I've had to get out of my house, okay? So the question is, how do you do that as a freelancer and still work, right? So of course you can go to the library, coffee shops, those kinds of places, but you need to be efficient as you do it. So here are some tips that I can give you as you're going to work in other places aside from your house, okay? So the first thing that I want to recommend is, if you can afford it, just get a inexpensive tablet, inexpensive laptop as kind of a spare, okay? Because if you're moving this thing around all the time, chances are you're gonna drop it, you're gonna leave it in your car overnight, and so if it gets stolen, those kinds of things, you don't want a huge loss. But the idea is you don't want it to be so inconvenient that you're like, oh my gosh, now I've got to unplug everything and got to move it. And then if you do have a loss, you've lost everything, right? So you just have what I call a beater machine, okay, that you can just take with you, okay? And you can get something refurbished. It does not have to be super expensive, okay? The other thing is, when you are planning that out and getting those devices, make sure that you get some extra cables, because again, you don't want to just say, oh, I don't want to go because it's such a hassle to unplug everything, and when I come back, just have the extra cables, keep them in your bag, and then you just grab your bag, you're gone, okay? The last thing that I would recommend is make sure that as you're setting all this up, you are making sure that you have a plan for what files that you need. Because some things, like working in Canva for a social media post, if you're doing an image or something, that's so much harder to do on a small screen, right? So you want to plan it out so that you have everything already downloaded in your machine, everything, so that most of the stuff is just drag and drop, you type a little bit, hit publish, and you're done, okay? You don't want to be fiddling around waiting for things to download, that's just such a waste of time. Plan that out in advance so that when you do leave the house, because remember, you are going to lose some time going to wherever you're going, okay? So when you do get there, you've got to be really efficient with your time, okay? So anything that you can do to prep those in advance is really going to be helpful to keep your session really productive. So take care, everybody.